Open Cookbook. Okay, this recipe here is one of my experiments I've recently decided to do, and I have two experiments that I'm doing. One that's going to involve peanut butter, and one that's not going to involve peanut butter filling. Now, this first step here I'm doing is basically layering or making the top part of the candy bar. The reason I do it this way is that it allows me to put stuff in there without pressing it into it or whatever. It'll make a lot more sense once I temper this, but it basically makes a nice top to the candy bar. Nice smooth top. Now, I like to use a glass rod when working with candy and so forth, because glass is inert and it cleans off pretty nice. And these ones, plus I'm used to using them when working in laboratory settings, and thus they're really good for cooking. And because it has some jagged edges or whatnot, I can use it pretty good with silicone, which, the silicone pot plus the silicone mold. And it's pretty nice. Now, I'm going to have to go put this in the refrigerator for a couple of minutes for it to temper. So, I let this chocolate temper for about 5, 6, 7 minutes in the freezer. And as you can see here, it's pretty hard. Now it's a little bit soft, but enough that it'll work for, being able to do what I want to do. So, on one side of the experiment, we are doing just honey graham crackers. The one cereal can get. It's basically like Golden Grahams, but I got the off-brand version. Another great value. And here, I put on, like I say, one layer of these. Now, you also notice some of these curl up a little bit, whatnot, so it won't be exactly evenly smooth, but that's more of an aesthetic issue than anything else. This side here that I'm doing right now is going to be the side where I add the peanut butter, and I'm going to do several layers. Okay, after letting another 5-minute tempering, notice one side is not like, fully tempered. We don't care about that right now because the reason why I pulled out only to temper it 5 minutes is because the left side experiment is now tempered enough so I can put that next layer on. This is the side that I'm not using peanut butter on, so it's going to take a little bit more effort. The other side, if I was just doing the, peanut butter ones, we'd already be done here, and I just would leave it overnight in the freezer. But because I want to do a non-peanut butter version, maybe someone has like an allergy or they don't like the flavor of peanut butter, this is the version that they could have. So like I say, candy making a lot of times is all about trying to find out what people like as their candy, and sometimes, you have to think a little bit outside of the candy bar. And for me, I kind of like try to figure out like good ideas. But I like peanut butter, especially peanut butter filling, but not everyone does. So for those who don't like it, this is what this side is for. And plus, having like different kinds of candy or whatever, it's nice to change it up every once in a while. And here's what they look like after overnight in the freezer, fully tempered bars. Now you'll notice like the peanut butter ones, I kind of like think of them like calico cats because they'll have some parts of the peanut butter exposed, but it kind of gives like a cool effect. Now the other ones, because there's like no peanut butter or whatever, they're usually gonna look pretty much like normal chocolate bars. If I was like in a factory or whatever and you like had a chocolate pour over top, whatever, you want to have some of these effects. But I kind of like them because these handmade effects kind of bring a little more character to the bars. At least that's what I think. I like to store my candy bars in a glass container in the freezer.